Hi guys. Okay, I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I just wanted to double check and candle my eggs because I unfortunately found out that my rotator fell out. So from yesterday to the last time I didn't candle eggs, but I updated you on the chicks. I don't know when the automatic rotator fell out. So I think that the eggs went like 3, maybe 4 days, but I'm thinking it's closer to 3 days without being turned. So I'm candling them again just to double check. And I have 2 very cool things to show you. Now, we have going into 7 days left. So we're going into that 3rd week. Now this egg that I'm about to show you is another example of a chick that did not advance. So when I candle this egg, you're gonna see a tiny, tiny little blub, and that's the chick. So the chick didn't, from what I'm guessing just from pictures and videos I've seen, I don't think this chick made it past like 5 or 6 days. So when I was candling it at 7 days, it looked very similar to the other eggs. But by now, I really shouldn't be able to see a whole lot in the egg. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to shut the door, turn my flashlight on, and show you here. All right. Now, so as you can see, most of the egg is empty. So there is that big kind of piece, which is the yolk, but then you see this really dark piece, and it's actually kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can flip it over. You can see that really dark center piece. That's the chick. It really should, that really dark piece should be this whole thing that's the yolk. So unfortunately, and you can even see like kind of like a little blood ring, unfortunately this chick did not make it past that like 5-day mark. So I'm gonna go get one more egg that I just candled and should have videotaped, and show you something really, really, really awesome. Okay, why this little guy, sorry, I turned my flashlight on ahead of time. Why this little guy is so special is because I actually saw this one move. So when I candled it, I saw him dancing around. So I really hope he does that for you. Think of some good names for like a little dancer or like a fidgety kind of chick. Okay, I hope. See him moving? Look at him. Isn't that amazing? So in the 2 candling videos, you're going to see one, which was another egg that unfortunately passed, and my guess on the size, which you'll see in the video, on the size of the little guy, that he was between day 5 and 6. So let me show you. I think he was between this day and this day. Okay, and this is it might be backwards because I didn't flip my lens, but that's okay. So yeah, he was about this size. So it was really hard to tell when I first was doing the candling because all of the eggs were that size. So there was no way of really knowing. There was no blood ring. But all of the chicks were that size when I candled. So candling today, if you compare the little guy that I took out of the incubator to the other little guy who was actually moving around, and I called him like Little Dancer, which who knows, maybe he'll be Tiny Dancer. That's what the name will be. But yeah, and then there's another chick moving around, so you can see where the chick was supposed to be and kind of where it was and why I took him out of the incubator. So yeah, I hope you're learning a lot from this. I hope you find it as fascinating as I do. I truly think this is amazing. I love doing this. This is my 2nd time doing it, and I can't wait to do it next year. I can't wait to do it the following year, and just kind of like seeing what we can learn. Okay guys, so we're here to do an update on the chicks. So we are on day 18. We only have 3 more days until these chicks hatch. So I'm gonna update you on what happened in the shell, and then we have a job we actually have to do with the incubator. So day 13, the fingers of the wings are now covered with feathers. On day 14, it turns its head to the thick side of the egg. So it starts to position itself to hatch. Day 15, the scales, claws, and beak are now becoming firm. So they're really hardening up. They're not that soft kind of tissue that it is now. It's really developing into like a regular hard beak. Day 16, it turns its beak toward the air cell or the air pocket. So when we candled the eggs, we saw that there's a little air pocket in there. It's kind of a lighter color, and usually on the top side of the egg, they're turning towards that. Day 17, it is continuing to use the air pocket to breathe. Day 18, the beak breaks through the inner shell membrane. So there's a membrane around the inside of this shell, and the chick is actually going to poke its beak through the membrane, and that's where it starts to breathe. After poking through that membrane in the next 3 days, it's going to be positioning itself to pip through the actual shell and hatch. All right, so I have Lila here with me. We're going to take the top of the incubator off, and I am going to start moving the eggs over into the egg carton, and then we're going to move the eggs back. So there's the top of the incubator off, and then I'm just very gently moving the eggs. Now the reason we are putting the eggs in the carton is because I know that they're not going to get hurt in any type of way by moving them into the carton. They're not going to roll off my counter. Nothing's really going to happen to them. They're going to be safe. So I'm just moving them into this carton so I can take the egg turner out. So on the last 3 days of incubation, we put this incubator on lockdown. So that means the tray is not in there. We do not turn them. We make sure the humidity is nice and high. So this is the egg turner. So now we put that in there. Okay. I'm gonna put some water in. Okay, so we have the water in the bottom of the incubator, and the tray is out. So now all we have is just this thin mesh piece of plastic. So the eggs are gonna go kind of huddled together on the mesh. So when they hatch, they have room to walk around. Some of the eggs might roll as they're starting to hatch. So this gives them optimal space. And when they're out, they won't be tripping over this or getting stuck, or because that will still move. So we take that all the way out so they can just hatch, and then they walk around. Once they hatch, they don't get taken directly out of the incubator. We actually wait until they're pretty dry. We don't take them out too early because, just like I said, we want them to be completely dry so they're warm when they come out. So I am going to go ahead and put all these eggs in. So here's what the eggs look like now inside the incubator. We're going to go ahead and pop the top back on. I'm going to monitor the humidity in like the next hour. If it's not up between 60 and 80%, I'll open it very quickly and put a little bit more water in. But yes, this incubator is on lockdown for the next 3 days. So we could see chicks from 2 to 3 days. We're starting to run out of room on the wall, but I just wanted to show the difference between day 1 and day 18 really. So I'll go up ahead and give that's day 1 through day 8, the changes. We have day 9 to day 15. And then we have day 16 to day 18.